prison system. And that's another thing that we're concerned about because we're getting a brand new prison population with their own culture. And when they come out, where are they going to go? Already they're ostracized from the job. Already they're not going to get any kind of social security at the time. They don't have a pension plan. We already see it on our streets every day. Men coming out and ain't got a leg to stand on. So what do you expect people are going to go back to? Or what do you expect that people are going to use for their body? So they strip you of all these things. Oh, you had a felony, I'm not going to hire you. Asking young men before anything in the interview, have you ever been in jail? Yeah, but okay, the interview ended. So how about safeguarding that? To where if you're working with that and you got a couple of young men or women going for an interview, you'll follow up with it. How did the interview go? Well, this is what they told me. And then you say, well, we're representing them, they're with us. We want to know why they're totally qualified. Because right after that, you hired 2 white high schoolers. And this person has a degree, so they're working toward it. They're totally qualified. We want to know why. So that follow up on incidents, and that's what brings those young people back to you. That's my big brother right there. He always stands up for me. You start hearing that. I'll say big brother me. He's like the grandfather I never had. Thank you very much. But you hear that. And I'm talking about brothers in the 30s and 40s and what have you saying that because they start learning their purpose and they reach out to others. So anyway, one more. We want land, housing, education, culture, justice, and peace. No justice, no peace. And mental control of modern technology. How did that happen? We were able to understand where technology was going. Anytime there's a war, it's weaponized. And now we're inundated. We're going to be inundated with drones. We're going to be inundated with robotics. That's coming next. RoboCop is right around the corner. Did you see some of them? They can jump. They can outrun us, just like on the movies, right? All you got to do is arm them. They have no empathy, no feeling. So that's going to be the next step. So, yes, go ahead. Use this again.
And I was just like, it's funny, it's not funny at all, but I know like the CCTV that was supposed to be in place for migration.
Yes.
And now here we are, black people are supposed to be doing that, it's so surveilled, like the whole hat.
Yes.
I don't know, does Oakland have the same?
Yes, as a matter of fact, they're trying to put some cameras up, about 30, 40 more cameras, but there's been a whole lot of resistance in having that as far as that surveillance is concerned. They want to set up a center here in Oakland with federal agencies, and they said no. But they already have, like most cities, they're already inundated. When they send them to the field, Baltimore has tons of FBI, federal marshals. They're already embedded with the police departments. The same thing here at Oakland. But yes, that camera thing, and actually all the cameras, they have 44,000 in London. And they asked them, did you deter crime? They said, no. Some people get on there like this, catch me if you can. It doesn't, cameras don't catch people. But now the drones, halt, or will shoot. That's very possible. It's easy to arm a drone. And for them to take action without using it. Okay. I want to turn on the back here, and I want you guys to take a look at these amazing programs. There's over 100 of them, and Stanford University, painstakingly, like people do here, we're going to see if these things, all of it was totally documented. So these are programs that went global. Our reach was global in the beginning period. Took 2 trips to China before Nixon could get in, they requested. Everywhere they did like North Korea, Ho Chi Minh, Vietnam, Palestine, Yasser Arafat, they were all in relationship to us. And we had major events at the embassy we had in Algeria. That's the people who were South Africa. Everybody come when you talk about what you're talking about. Your struggle is my struggle. What is happening to you is happening to me. So the microism here in America is the same thing. Brother, sister, you out here doing this, it's the same thing, I understand. Let me talk to you about a couple of things that we talk about. We see you like to do this. Let's talk about that. Would you like it? Yeah. Man, nobody's ever taken time to talk to me. All of a sudden, you're going to help me in what I like to do. It's not negative. I'm going to help you in that, and as I'm helping you, I get to know you, you get to know me, and all of a sudden, that level of understanding starts changing. And then when they start seeing they can do stuff, and you're there with them, they stay the path. And then when you show them the world can be theirs, not like Scarface, the world is yours. the same concept. You can have this. Even taking them outside their community and showing them the world they never change. It's like, this is what it really is like, man. Yeah, you can have it, we're going to help you get there. Are you ready? Yeah, you have nothing to lose. So all these great programs. And one thing I want you to see, we created volunteer programs, but also Erica Huggins was the first black woman on the Alameda County Board. We had Phyllis Jackson, party member, on the Port Commission. Very powerful position. The Board of Oversight. So yeah, we believe that we're on many different boards. We got community people to be elected. We say local elections are very possible. We'll talk about that as we continue our walk in a few minutes here. But I want you to take a look at all these concepts at your own leisure, have the various age. I think we have 14 to 17 pre-health plans, geriatric, senior, health care, prenatal care, which we're back there again for women. Why is it black women 3 times to 4 times more have birth problems? But it's also with all women and people of color. And it's also with folks in various regions who are working class people who don't have that kind of hospital care. So you see that in the WIC program, everything you can imagine. Pre-dental, pre-health clinics, pre-ambulance, pre-optometry, pre-pest control, pre-plumbing and maintenance program, pre-shoe program is easy. Brothers and sisters, I'm a plumber. I want to come in. Mrs. Jenkins over there, we're going to go there and help her fix her house. Actually, Jimmy Carter Glean is Habitat for Humanity, off of We Want Decent Housing fit for the shelter human needs. And he saw that was happening. That was part of his passion, making sure people have decent housing. So, when you have a chance, take a look at it. Anybody have any questions? We'll have a chance before we get out of here in a few minutes, take a look around the museum. But I really appreciate you guys listening to them. Thank you for the wonderful questions. They keep me sharp. You got another one. There you go. Go ahead. The temporary platinum survival program. The temporary program was the mantra as in the movie The Hate You Give. You guys see that movie? Richard Hornsby. Well, he would say parents, he from Oakland. And he told me my parents lived in the spirit of the pamphlet. There was the breakfast, did everything. You remember the statement he made? What did he tell his kids? This is your Bill of Rights. He said, remember this, because this is our mantra of structure and what we need and how we are going to. So whenever you get discouraged or frustrated, you look at this and realize this is the path that's still relevant today. So we really appreciated it. Had a chance to talk to him about that when he did that. But we're seeing this happen all over. And somebody mentioned to me earlier the realization and the demonization that they always given all of us. And you know when they do it that there's something wrong. Especially now, there's no question. If you talk about somebody who's doing the right thing or has Israel, America in general, or our side of America, does not believe any of that anymore. So don't get discouraged if they try to attack the work that you do. And as you continue it, they will. If they haven't, you see it rising already. Or we're not going to do this anymore for you. Or we feel that that's not necessary. You're great, because we know. And that's where we step in. One thing about us, no one can argue with us. We're not going on opinions. Ours is a track record and a resume that is global and documented and proven. So that's something that we stand. And a lot of times we'll say things to organizations and folks that you want to say. I'll say it in a nice way, but we stand in the gap. And it's all about you and the work that you do. So, on that note, everybody, let's take a look around, and then we'll be out of here. I really appreciate you coming. You just got to stretch on back.